To speed things up, there is a way to add your images a lot quicker, and thanks to Birdie Oz or Greg Bird, he's put together some attribution makers, which some of you may have seen, but I'll give you a quick rundown on how it works and how to use it. So we've got to our image Birdie Oz experiment page. We're going to click on the link to take us to the site, and all we have to do here is follow the instructions. First time, click here for set up instructions. And here it says, drag the following bookmark into your browser's bookmark bar. So I grab that, I drag it up here, and I'm just going to put it right at the very start, where it says Attribution Maker Plus. Now that's all I have to do at the moment. Now you're probably wondering, what does this Attribution Maker actually do? Well, let's have a look. We're going to go to Unsplash. And we're going to find an image. Let's go for one at the beach, because a beach picture would be really nice. Here we go, here's one. Now if we'd like to use that image, all we have to do is go to that image and view it in Unsplash. Click on Attribution Maker, it opens up a new page. It automatically creates some examples and positions of that text, of the image in relation to text. And it gives us a download small image and copy the embed code. What this means is, without having to use or do much coding, we can just go and grab the image, grab the code that goes with it, put that into our page, and we're nearly there. There's one more step to go yet, but that's all we have to do. Now there is also the option of always visible and collapsed. Notice that's changing the information down here. So you can have it always visible or collapse depending on what the requirements are that you need for your attributions. You can also choose the size, and that's a percentage of the width of the content or of the width of the page. Okay, so we're going to go with 50%, make it fairly big, and we can choose right align, left align, so the text wraps around to the right. We can choose full width, which has download large image. Then we've got full width with overlay text, so we can add our own text over the top. And then there's also another one which is cropped, where you can decide what size you want it to be and how much of the image that you'd like to use. So that way, if you want to use more or less, you can squash that down, and this is the cropped image that we'll get from the end. But let's go right to the top. We're going to download the small image, which will download there for us. We're going to copy the embed code, jump back to our page, and we're going to put that image just in here. So we click on settings. We go to here, but because we need to be in code, because we're putting this in as code, we need to click on the code. And I'm actually going to just remove all of that wildcard body business that's there. In fact, let's get rid of all of that, and I'll put it at the bottom. So I've just added that image in there, and I'd like to just put some text in underneath that, so we've got some sort of point of reference about what happens with the image and the text. And you can see there that it's automatically aligned the image to the right. It's put a little border around it. It's added the attributions for us and all the links, the date that we actually got the image, and it's moved all the text to the left. So that's just a paragraph of text, and the image stays there. So we can actually add in a heap more text if we need to, or we can add in some bulleted lists if we'd like that. There's some more text, and the text just wraps around and the image stays on the right. Let's hit save and display, and you can see there how quickly we were able to add all of that without having to do very much coding at all, and all of that uses Bootstrap, and that's the clever part of what Bootstrap does. Now just going to show you the full width image as well. So if we go back here and we find ourselves another image, let's just go and find another concert. Here we go, this one will do. And we go to our attribution maker, we click on attribution maker. It will go and find the image, and we're going to download the large version, and we're going to copy the embed code, go back to our page, click on settings, go into our code, scroll right down the bottom, add in our image, and you can see there it's now done a full width image all the way across. Now, something really important that we haven't done yet that you must do, because at the moment we haven't actually added the image into the learning platform. Currently, if we right click and go open image in a new tab, you'll see that the website it goes to is imagesunsplash.com. That means the image lives on Unsplash. So if the person that created that photo changes their mind, takes it off, that will disappear and it won't work. Or if Unsplash changes the file name of the image or anything else, the image will disappear. So we actually have to add the image in ourselves. And remember, we downloaded two versions, a version of the image, the small one, and we downloaded this large one. So we now need to go back to our settings, double click on the image, and you can see up here, it's currently an Unsplash image. We need to browse, upload, choose the file, and upload this file, and select save. Probably didn't notice there, but it actually put in the alt text for us based on what came from Unsplash. So you may need to change the description, or you can use the one that's there. We also need to do the same for this concert. So we browse, choose file, grab the concert photo and upload, and we'll leave it at that size. It's got concert photos in there as a description. Now we can click save and display, and now the images are actually living inside our platform, inside our LMS. So if we open in a new tab now, you'll see that the web address is moodle4.ricochae.com, which is the same as our website here. So it's really important that you make sure when you do use the Birdie Oz attribution helper or maker, that you do download the photos and add them in. Otherwise, you might be in a bit of trouble later on. Now, one other thing to remember with it is that this works for Unsplash, Pexels, Wikimedia, Pixabay, Flickr, and if you have a paid Shutterstock license, it will work with Shutterstock as well. And the last one that I did mention before is the cropped, where you can crop your own size image. And it's the same process again. You crop the image to the size that you want. Then you go down and download the cropped image, copy the embed code, paste that in, and that image appears inside your content.